Close to 3 decades is a long time to spend with any organization. But for Warriors education advisor Rosemary Hartney, it's been one filled with joy. Miss Hartney has led generations of Warriors down a path of enlightenment as she shared her passion for the team and education.
Well, I can remember going to Vanier Collegiate and dealing with Rosemary, and obviously at that point in time there was no education advisors or consultants, but she was a person that cared very much about the players and certainly went above and beyond and did whatever was necessary to help these young guys through a bit of a transition period when they came from their own town to Moose Jaw. And
you know, I didn't know how to take her. Like she like wore the same thing every day, kind of thing. Like she wore, and she'd been there for a long time. I know that, and like just from word of mouth and stuff, like hearing from people and stuff, you knew she was a terrific lady, and she really knew how to take care of us. And like as a hockey player, she understood like being on the road and stuff, and you knew that from the first impression you got from her that you were in good hands. And
Miss Hartney's impact on the Warriors was felt from the start. Lauren Mulliken says it's her strong beliefs in education which has earned her respect across the Western Hockey League.
In our time in Moose Jaw, she worked very, very closely with the players and did whatever was necessary to help them succeed. And she was always the type of person that would take control of difficult situations, and you know, without her back in those days, it would have been very, very, very difficult, because I can still remember going to parent-teacher interviews, and so Rosemary was a person that I could lean on, and she was very, very helpful.
Because you know what, she's always such a great lady. Like, she's always so happy and so cheerful, and you know, she's real excited to see the guys every day. You know what I mean? When you're walking around the school, every time you run into her, you know, she's always got a smile on her face and something to say to you. You know what I mean? Making sure that you're going to class, like I said before, and all that. And you know, it's just to have that presence around when you're walking around the school and whatnot, and someone that's willing to help you out like that. It obviously, you know, it's pretty special.
I think one of the great things about Rosemary is she always came into her work, particularly with the Moose Jaw Warriors, with the philosophy that she always had a plan, because she always knew that she would probably be around longer than any other coach would be over the years. And I think she's proven that wholeheartedly. And you know, she's a wonderful person. She gives back so much.
The list of players who have studied and found success under Miss Hartney is a long one. Local Warrior Brennan Ray won the Scholastic Player of the Year award in 2005-2006.
You know, in my grade 12 year there, I was lucky enough to win the Scholastic Award for the WHL there. She was a huge part of that. You know, my grade 12 year, going into my grade 11 year, my first year with the Warriors, it was a tough transition, but she definitely helped out. But and made it a little bit easier. But then going into my grade 12 year, she really pushed me. She knew what I was capable of, and she really made sure that I stayed on top of all my work. And you know, she was a major part of the fact that I got that award.
Rosemary made sure that everything was taken care of. She was the constant at Vanier Collegiate for so many years, and has had such an impact on so many people's lives in Moose Jaw, and of course outside of Moose Jaw as well.
she went to the end of the world and back for me, just because I wasn't the most focused in school and stuff, and she made sure that I would get my homework, and I would get my assignments done, and in her class she'd always come by and she made sure I was doing things right. And when I got traded and stuff, she was the most upset person, I think, in Moose Jaw that I got traded, just because I was doing so well in school and stuff, and she wanted to see me succeed. And she's like, "Don't worry." As soon as I got traded, she's like, "Don't worry, we'll help you out as much as I can." And
it's embarrassing, but I think I went to Vanier I think I graduated when I was 19, so I mean I was around there a lot, and she was always really good to me, making sure that I was going to my classes and making sure that I passed everything. And I probably wouldn't have finished high school if it wasn't for her. So now I'm finishing my degree this coming year, so it's been a big piece here.
Miss Hartney's dedication to helping players didn't stop with graduating high school. Joey Perricone says she's helped him and several others achieve success at the next level.
I think when I got accepted in St. FX, she played a big part. Like with my transcripts, I was trying to get into all these different schools, and she was sending my transcripts everywhere. And like it was just through email that I was asking her, and she would do it the next day. So
now, Miss Hartney may have been serious when it came to study hall and exams, but Carter Smith says that she still tried to have some fun with the boys.
It was tough. You'd always try to joke around with her and stuff, and she would give you kind of the ha-ha and then the straight face, but you knew she kind of laughed about it, and like, I think that's what she liked most about like a couple of guys, like me and Joey Perricone. Like, she really liked that we could make her laugh, but she would never really just burst out laughing. She would keep it to a ha-ha-ha minimum.
She may not have scored any goals or made the big save in the playoffs. However, ask anyone, and they'll tell you that Miss Hartney bleeds Warrior red and black.
I think she is a warrior, to be honest with you, and you know, I know she's touched many players' lives in a very positive way, and you know, from encouraging them to do the proper things, and you know, it's very difficult to be a junior hockey player and combined education and keep your marks where they need to be. So without people like Rosemary, like I said, it would be very difficult. And
I would definitely call Rosemary Hartney a Moose Jaw warrior. I think she is committed on all fronts. She's committed of sitting in the stands, and she's also committed in taking these young men and helping build their lives from an educational standpoint. And certainly she is one of the biggest unsung heroes in the Moose Jaw Warrior organization.
Well, I think that just shows how much work she's done for the organization throughout the years. Obviously, like you said, she's never obviously played hockey, but she's helped so many guys that have come through the organization, like probably hundreds or thousands of players that have come throughout here. And I mean, she does an absolutely amazing job, you know, and it's not like she's obligated to do any of the stuff that she does, right? She's still working with kids to this day, and she's supposedly retired, I suppose, but she's still going at it, and I mean, it's great. She's such a great help to all those guys at the high school.
You measure success so much in hockey on the wins, but when you really look back and you see all the success that the team has had from an education standpoint, players that have gone on and have great careers now, or players that can still look back and say that they got their high school education. I think that's probably the biggest reward for Rosemary, is because she was committed to that.
I think the biggest thing is that, like I said, she's a very special person, and I believe she's a Moose Jaw warrior, heart and heart, and you know, I'm sorry that I can't be there tonight, you know, to honor this with you or be there with you, but you're very deserving of this honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2012 Builders inductee into the Moose Jaw Warriors and Legends Hall of Fame, Rosemary Hartney.